Head women's basketball coach Jill Slominski joins us, and of course she was married over the summer, thus the name change. Congratulations, first of all.
Oh, thank you.
New basketball season, though, is here for you, and I know that always brings questions and excitement and lots of different things. Where does your team stand right now?
Actually, it's a really fun group. They work really hard. There's a lot of them. We have 17 healthy players. We have 18, and one got hurt, so we'll be out for the year. But there's a lot of them. But the competition is really, really good. And every year, for me, is just exciting because even if you have a lot of the returning kids, it's still a different group and different pieces. And trying to figure that out is a lot of fun from a coaching standpoint.
Let's real quickly talk about some of the returners that people would know from last year.
Maddie Nelson. Started for us actually since she's been a freshman, and will play point guard. She's been the 2 guard her last 3 years behind Ariel Smith with running the 1, and she's doing a great job with that, and it's probably a little more her natural position. She played a lot of point guard in high school. So we're looking for big things from her, just from a leadership standpoint. Kenzie Johnson, who started for us last year at the 5, is also back. We have quite a few kids that are back and contributed. Chris Keys plays a 4 and is doing a great job. And it's just kind of, again, the mixture of the people coming in and, just getting them all to fit together and the leadership. And we're changing some things up a little bit this year on how we're playing, so I think it's kind of new for even some of those returners.
Sure. Promising newcomers that you're excited about?
Yeah, we brought in 4 new players, and they all have different attributes, and they're doing really well. I don't naming all of them. I don't right now.
Sure.
So I just really big.
Hard to tell because you've had just one scrimmage at this point.
Yeah, we scrimmaged Northwest Missouri State on Sunday, and a lot of bright spots there, and a lot of things that we have a chance to work on, and not a lot of time to work on because we leave tomorrow morning at 5 and to go play in California and with some counting games, but. I was really pleased with how hard all those kids worked, and when we got in, they did a lot of really nice things for us. Let's
talk about your California trip. You're going to go out and play 3 games in California. Like you said, they're counting games, so your season does start this weekend.
Yeah, you're allowed to do an exempt event every 3 or 4 years, and so with an exempt event, you can play more than your 26 allotted. So this year we'll be playing 28 games. We'll play Alaska, so we're going to California to play Alaska on our first game, and Alaska was number 2 in the nation most of the time last year, and they have all their players back. So to start off with our first game, that'll be really good competition, and actually all the teams out there, it's kind of set up for a pretty high competitive tournament, and so we'll play New York Institute and then California, Dominican Hills, and all 3 of those teams had over 20 wins a season last year. So, jump right in there, and then to play 3 games back to back. I think our depth is going to help us in that situation. Right. But we're playing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then we'll come back on Monday. And while we're out there, we're going to try to do a few fun things and hit Disneyland and try to get to the ocean. A lot of our players haven't been out by the ocean or seen the ocean, so that'll be a lot of fun to be able to see those kids get a chance to see that and experience that also.
Finally, for people that haven't heard, there have been some, major rule changes in women's basketball at the college level. Can you talk about those and how they might affect your team?
Yeah, actually, in our scrimmage, we brought in the officials and we kind of ran it like a game, and it's something I'm going to have to get used to. I like it. In our scrimmage, I liked it. We're going to 4 quarters, so it's a lot more like the NBA and the WNBA games, and it's so we play 4 10-minute quarters instead of the halves. There's no more 1-on-1 free throws. Yeah, obviously there'll be one shot after you make a basket and get fouled, but otherwise there's no 1-on-1s, and as soon as you hit 5 fouls in a quarter, you're shooting 2, and then you'll start over every quarter back to 0. And then at the end of the game, and this is what I got to kind of get used to, if you're down and you call it in under a minute, and you have to go full quarter, if you call a timeout before the ball is thrown in or advanced, you can then get the ball at half court.
Like the NBA
right,
does it.
Yeah. The trick is you have to, if we would throw the ball in and then I would call a timeout, we can't do that. We can't advance it. It's got to be before the ball is thrown in. The same way on a missed free throw, if we get the rebound and take 1 or 2 dribbles trying to advance it, we can't call a timeout in advance.
Right.
You've got to do it. So you got to kind of be on top of that. And the officials, I talked to them after the game. They're learning to really make sure that they're watching for that so that you can get that called. And so there's some changes, some things to get used to. media timeouts, there'll only be one a quarter. And like the first quarter, if I call a timeout in the first 15 seconds, that's the media timeout for that quarter. And so there's some changes and things to get used to, but I think I'm going to really like it, and I think our players will like it. At least after the game, they said they enjoyed it, just the change there. And it felt like the game went a little faster with not all those media timeouts and all those free throws and things. So as of right now, I like it. Maybe halfway through the year, I won't. I don't know. But it's just something new and exciting, and we'll see.